it's hard to think about backwards design without thinking about this quote from The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Begin with the end in mind. Backwards design, like its name suggests, begins at the end. When utilizing the backwards design model, you will start with your goal for your course. Then you will build on that goal as you create assessments. As a last step, you will plan your lessons with both your goal and assessments already mapped out. You can think about backwards design like planning a scenic vacation. First, you start with your destination. Then you map out the scenic stops you would like to make. And finally, you will plan your route to get there. So let's start at the end. We will use this big red dot to represent your goal. What do you want your learners to be able to do by the end of your course? Think about action verbs and avoid words like know or understand or pass a test. These are not strong learning goals. You can also answer this question by thinking about your learners and why they will need your course. What benefit will they gain by completing it? Once you have your goal, it's time to think about assessments. We'll use this orange triangle to represent your assessments. There shouldn't really be any more than 2 or 3 of them. How will you know your learners are learning and are moving towards the goal you have set for them? What does progress look like? This is a good place to start segmenting. Remember, it all comes back to that goal. Your assessments should be the stair steps to reaching that bigger goal. Finally, it's time to start planning your lessons. We'll use this blue box to represent your lessons. Unlike the assessments, your only limit here is your timeline, but you will probably have a few lessons in between each segment. Don't forget that goal, and you can refer back to your assessments, making sure that your lessons align with how you expect your learner to show progress. Plus, having that goal in mind can help you cut out any of the unnecessary content, things that you thought needed to be included, but they don't really help your learner reach their goal. By the time you are done, you should have a clear path planned out that leads directly to your goal. Congratulations! You created a course using backwards design. You started with your goal, mapped out your assessments, and finally created lessons that aligned with your final goal. Backwards design truly does begin with the end in mind.